to The Writing King. My name is Richard Lowe, and I'm the senior writer and owner of The Writing King. Today we're going to talk about people who have a need, or at least seem to have the need, to talk bad or give you comments about your writing that are unwelcome and hurtful. You'll find these on Amazon reviews. You'll find them quite often on Goodreads reviews, YouTube comments, Facebook comments, in your face, at critique groups. You'll get them from all over the place. Friends, family, people you don't know. They seem to have a need to tell you about your writing. Now, sometimes critique, which is getting comments from people that are useful and helpful about your writing, is good for you. You can learn a lot, and I recommend heartily that you attend critique groups, which will be the subject of a future podcast. However, unsolicited comments or hurtful comments are not welcome. This could be an Amazon review that gives you a 1-star rating for no apparent reason. On Goodreads, people can actually give ratings without giving reasons, so you might get a 1 star and you don't know why. That's hardly useful to anybody. It's not useful to the reader because they don't know why that got a 1-star rating. I mean, it could be the book was horrible. It could be it had one grammar error. It could be the person was in a bad mood. You have no idea why that book got a 1-star rating. It could be on Amazon. They could say, well, I just didn't like this book. Well, so what? There's a lot of books I don't like. That doesn't mean they're awful 1-star books. I mean, 1-star book is like a computer-generated piece of garbage. I find very, very few books that deserve 1 stars. Actually, unless they're computer-generated garbage or some kind of scam module or something, I wouldn't give a 1-star rating to a book at all. Or you get hurtful comments. Oh, well, this book was great, except for the author didn't know how to write. Or you might be in a conversation with your parents or your friends or your family, and you ask them a question. Do you like my book? Well, it was, I could see where some people might like it. Oh, that hits right to the heart. Or you send it out for review for somebody and you never hear back. Did they like it? Did they not like it? Did they not get it? That's actually kind of rude. So how do you deal with these kind of comments that you get? We're not talking critique, we're talking criticism, critical remarks, meaning remarks that are designed to harm, hurt, or invalidate a writer's writing. And of course other artists and other people as well, but we're talking specifically about writers. What you've got to do is just kind of ignore them. I mean, yeah, if you're on Amazon and you get a bad review, the worst thing you can do probably is respond to the review. You don't want to do that. If you Goodreads, you definitely don't want to respond to reviews. You're gonna get just this wave of things. Goodreads can have some very, very vicious comments, but for some reason it seems to attract that. YouTube can be much the same. You'll get horrible comments in your YouTube feed. Facebook doesn't seem to be so bad. Sometimes you'll get an occasional troll, but on Facebook, I guess since mostly it's your friends or people you know who comment, there's a little bit of restraint. And it seems to be that the less likely it is that somebody will know you or run into you or talk to you or be part of your network, the more likely it is they're going to give you bad marks. And that's just too bad. So what you just got to do is learn to live with it, ignore it. It's going to happen. You're going to get a 1-star review from a jerk. You're going to get a 2-star review on a book that you worked on for 6 months and is your baby, so to speak. It's going to happen. And just learn to deal with it. And don't take it to heart. You know how good your books are, and go to writing critique groups where you can actually make your writing better and you get actual useful comments from people like your character here doesn't work quite well, but if you change it this way, then it will work better. And we'll talk about that, like I said, in a future podcast. You're going to get them. You're going to get evaluative, invalidating, critical remarks on your writing, and people who are creative seem to attract detractors, so to speak. They attract people who do critical comments. You just got to ignore them. And if you have to, shut them out of your life if they're part of your life, or don't let them read your writing. Don't use them as beta readers and so forth, and learn to deal with it. Because you've got an advantage over probably 99% of them. you've published your writing and they haven't, most likely. So that gives you a huge advantage over them. If they're so good, why haven't they published a book? All right, well, that's this issue of the Writing King podcast. I'm Richard Lowe, senior writer and owner of the Writing King. If you like this podcast, click below to subscribe to this video, and there'll be more coming all the time. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. And leave a comment. I love comments. Thank you very much.